Welcome, what's up everyone? We were going to have a biker news today, but we'll wait on that till tomorrow. I wanted to discuss some things, but first, before we do, I got to give a shout out to Moondog Pope's new YouTube channel. Hell of a channel on some whiskey reviews. You hooligans, get over there and check it out and subscribe. We never mind helping out new biker creators with their channels and stuff. It's always great to have different people. Hey, don't forget to subscribe to our channel, you hooligans. But anyway, I wanted to take some time and discuss some stuff. It's really a huge subject out in the motorcycle club community, riding club community, what have you. It's just a big conversation. And somebody in the comments section brought this up the other week. I guess I was doing something about biker rights. It was actually in Utah where that cop actually admitted that they were pulling over clubs because of their colors. So we got back an answer over on a comment section where he says, why should we support them when they're over there trying to take away our constitutional rights? Now, as everybody knows, I'm a big motorcycle club activist, or whatever you want to call it, supporter. But I had to sit back and think about that for a second, analyze, the positions I've had on protocol and all that good stuff. So protocol, little history of it. And, some might say that it's a little off, but this is what I've came to believe and all that type of crap. But protocol actually started, had to be early 60s, mid 60s. And basically how it started out was some of these big one percenter clubs, actually, Sonny talked about it in one of his books. When the HA was coming out of California, starting to spread, they had a great reputation. And what they found was, you can call them, I guess, pop-up clubs back then, and they were taking their name, their logo, basically fake type of stuff. So what happened was when a charter of theirs opened, they would be in charge of the whole state, making sure these small pop-up clubs or different clubs didn't pop up and use their logos or their names. Unfortunately, as anything in human nature, I think it went too far. Instead of policing itself, making sure that other clubs didn't steal their name or their merchandise, they started it up where, okay, we're in this area and you guys got to come to us because we're the dominant. And, that's basically how protocol started out, was, again, back then. But sitting back and looking at 2019, I can see the split happening within the biker community when it comes to starting up new clubs. Yes, we got the name Pop-Up Club when they just go out there, do their thing, and just want to enjoy the lifestyle. But then, the protocol happens where the one percenter clubs or the bigger clubs go, hey, man, you got to come ask for permission for us. And some people don't want nothing to do with the bigger clubs, or, they're dominant in their area. All they want to do is ride with friends, and that's it. So I've noticed it the last couple years, and I always took a hard stance. Well, this is why protocol is good. They're making sure the biker community or the biker club community is looking good and stuff like that. That way there ain't no problems with cops because there's this one club and they're equating it to a bigger club and stuff like that. Well, modern times, 2019, personally, I think it's an old tradition that either needs updating or needs to go to the wayside. Because, quite frankly, I think it's, we've done the number of polls and stuff like that. Only 30% of the biker community actually supports motorcycle clubs. And I was like, what? How could that even be? Coming through Chicago and stuff, getting, involved in clubs, it was everybody loved clubs. But nowadays, the pendulum turned here. And they're like, we don't care. You know, we want to do our own thing. This is America. It's our constitutional right to associate and name our organization the whole 9 yards. And I used to go and say, well, that's just the street. And it is the street. That's the way, it goes. The Constitution really don't mean much to street guys. But I think the guy had a point. How are they going to support you with your rights when you're trying to take their rights away as well? So you can see where a lot of people are nowadays. And quite frankly, clubs are popping up everywhere, and it's like, really? Do you really want your people going to jail over some stupid stuff because somebody put a patch on their back? I just can't see doing that type of stuff, AMA, I know for sure, because I've talked to some people over there, their charter clubs really don't get messed with over at the AMA because, they got a whole freaking legal team. They got everything behind them. So I don't know if this is correct or not. Maybe you guys could talk about it in the comment section. But I know a lot of dominants and all that stuff don't mess with the AMA charter because, let's just face it, man, the AMA's been around 100 freaking years, and there's always been that tension. But also, besides the AMA, again, protocol, guys. It's like grown men telling other grown men what they can and cannot do. At one point, it's gonna have to change, because if you're at 30% right now and you want people supporting you through stuff like the Mongols court case where they're trying to take a club's patch because they RICO'd the whole club. God, I don't know how that freaking happened. How the hell are you gonna RICO a whole freaking club and try to take I just don't know how that works. It's in appeals right now. And then when you have videos showing that the cops are profiling this patch holder or profiling that patch holder, you got people actually out there, because I do this all the time, saying, we don't care. They're doing it to themselves. And it is quite disheartening, even though I'm not in a club, because the club scene is a wonderful freaking scene. But when you're out there turning people against you, other working men and women, or you're going against voters, and let's be honest, man, the voters are the ones who make the laws, and they're going to back the cops when they see incidences like Waco or another club going around and doing the violent stuff. And let's face it, a lot of bikers nowadays are more independent. They got different ways of thinking than they used to have. It is not the same world that a lot of us guys grew up in. It's a whole different type of thing. It's like it did a whole circle around to a different way of thinking. And if you don't evolve with that, the clubs have really no future, man. It's either going to be the government that kills a club, or it's going to be the clubs themselves that destroy themselves. Come on, man. I always talk about the violence, and I know my opinion don't matter worth a crap, but here, having my ear to the ground and having my ear to what's going on in the social media realm and the internet realm, people are tired of it. They are actually tired of it. Now, when people are, 70% of people are against motorcycle clubs, there's a problem right there. Yeah, you can say, well, screw what citizens think or screw what these people think. But then you're not getting the backup, because let's be honest, man. Clubs make a lot of their money on parties and support stuff. When you start seeing that support dwindling, so does your income. And especially when the government comes at you. You're not going to have any supporters there. So, as far as protocol's concerned, maybe it's time to change that way of thinking. Live, let live type of deal, because it's just not getting worth it. Maybe it's time to start gaining the support that was once there instead of losing the support, because it's never going to be good when you're losing support. Now, going to the dominant, the ask permission for this and that, that's burning a lot of people's butts out there when they have to do that, because if you take a look at it as a man, it's like, wait a second. we got into this biker lifestyle because we're supposed to be rebels and we're supposed to go out there, have fun. Life's about this and that. But then they come with 3 or 4 or 5 guys and they want to start something up. Well, you got to go do this. Well, that's kind of, hypocritical, don't you think? So, the protocol, again, that started off in the 60s, guys. And this ain't the 60s anymore. This is 2019. We're going on 2020. So, yeah, evolution's going to have to occur at some point. Now, do you really think a lot of these guys who want to start a club and stuff, and you can see it all the time on social media, they will go to the cops on your ass. You guys know that. So what's going to happen? You're going to jump a few here and there, try to take their patches. Next thing you know, you got the cops all over you. You got guys going to freaking jail for 25 to life for just, they're considering it armed robbery now. To take somebody's possessions, taking their patch, assault, then you got armed robbery, battery, everything you can think of, they're going to throw at you, and the government will. So I do not believe it's worth it. I used to believe in protocol real strong, but then you take the positives and negatives, the pros and cons, if you will, and it's just not worth it anymore because the whole scene has freaking changed out there. It really has. So, and for those who say, well, we believe 100% in protocol, all I have to say to you guys is look around now, man. You got guys on social media openly saying they will call the cops if any dominants or any of their associates even try to take our stuff. You got other associations now popping up, which, hey, I don't think is a bad thing. You got your COC, which I support, but when other clubs get going and want to form their own little association, what's the problem with it? It all comes down to everybody loves motorcycles, they love riding, they love partying, and they love living free. Now, if you're living free, you sure to hell ain't having anybody, tell you what to do. You're your man and all that. And I used to say, well, if you throw on a patch, then you must be able to defend it or you better be ready to back it up. I used to say this all the time. You can go back in my videos and actually see where I was hardcore protocol. But like everything, and a lot lately, I've been evolving in my opinions. Now, most people will say, well, you say one thing and now you're saying another. No, that's not it. What it is my opinions are evolving. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Because I had this mindset, and you got to remember where I came from. But stepping back and actually looking at all aspects of the scene, I'm seeing what's happening in it. A lot has changed, and people's mindsets have also changed. Maybe with my mindset is I was all hardcore the way I was raised, the way, how I came up through everything I did. But now I guess as you get older, it's like, was it really worth it? That's what I ask myself sometimes. How many years did I lose for thinking the way I did? That comes to mind all the time. So, on a position of protocol, yeah, I know that's the way things should be, but you guys, you're losing the support, man. And you can't blame people because they want to live free. They believe in the Constitution. They don't believe in anybody messing with them. And again, they're going to be calling law enforcement. Now, with the law enforcement stuff, I just did the story where the Pittsburgh cops are turning around and suing the pagans. It's quite messed up since they started all this stuff and they were punching guys 19 times. But you got some die-hard cop supporters out there that want to start a club. Do you really need that attention on you? Do you? You got guys going around bashing this way, and you know what? I did it too. Again, I'll admit when I'm wrong, or I'll admit when my opinions have evolved. I used to bash clubs after clubs for being pop-ups. I used to bash them because they had this person or that person in it. When it all comes down to it, not only was I in the wrong, but I was stupid to even think that my opinion should matter about somebody else's club. It's their club. They're running the way they want to. They're riding with whom they want to. So my opinion, guys, shouldn't even matter to you. And nobody else's opinion should matter to you either. You do you. That's what I was talking about in the 2 biker series I got. And I also going to be talking about this. And somebody actually gave me the ideal. Are you a biker if you're riding on the back seat? So that'd be another one. See, I like this biker series that I'm doing. You're a biker if type of deal. And it looks like you guys have been enjoying it too. So thanks for watching it and stuff like that. So I guess this video comes down, do I support protocol? The jury's out on that. Do I think it's outlived its purpose? You're damn right I think it do. Because there's just too many problems that are coming about with it. And this is why the associations, other ones, are popping up. Because the other clubs are joining forces to go against these clubs. You know, why are we going against each other? We all love the same things. Why? Because somebody wants their pecker, they'll show their peckers bigger than the other one. You know what? That don't make sense. And the way, it just don't. It don't make sense at freaking all to me. Again, maybe I'm wrong in the way I'm thinking now, but it's just too much hassle and too much drama. Because the biker scene, you know, I remember being in high school and there wasn't this much drama. The biker scene has become, you know, more drama than a cheerleading squad. Who's doing this football player? Who's doing that football player? Scratching at each other's eyes. That's what I see doing this show. You know, Motorcycle Madhouse, the radio show. I see all kinds of comments, opinions on the freaking subjects. And it's like, wow. Things have changed. I don't know if it's because the internet, more people are able to communicate their opinions, or what it is, because I know when I first came out, there was no way to communicate your opinions nationwide. There wasn't. You know, it was all local stuff. There, you know what? Email didn't even come into play until AOL, you know, you got mail type of crap, when it really started to get going. So it wasn't for the internet. You know, people didn't really think about a lot of these freaking things. And clubs, they did what they did. But now with everybody turning against the clubs, you guys need to evolve and live and let live. That's just my opinion. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Now, don't forget my raw and uncensored videos. If you haven't seen it, we posted one over on HarleyLiberty.com. We got a page there that we're going to be uploading our hardcore stuff on the hardcore subjects, so we don't get banned on our other mediums. Right there, you're going to get it all, the way in your face type of stuff. So don't forget to go over, follow our page at HarleyLiberty.com. It's pretty funny. I've been running that page this whole time, and I didn't know you can ask people to follow you on that stuff. It's always been, okay, cool, read the articles, do your thing. So you can follow, you'll see the videos popping up and stuff like that. And I hope you enjoy it, because I hate being censored. I hate not being able to be raw. As you notice, when we first got going and stuff, we were raw as hell. So, you know, the censorship kills you a little bit. But go over there, check it out, motorcyclemadhouse.com. Go check that out. We got radio stuff you to take with you on your rides in your car. Listen to us, the whole 9 yards. And if you got any suggestions on topics you'd like to hear about, let me know, man. Like this one was made because of something in the comments section. It's great having audience participation. But with that, I'm going to let you go. Don't forget, Biker Angle every Monday through Thursday, unless I'm doing something like this. At 7:30 a.m. it gets released. You guys can watch it whenever you want, the whole 9 yards. Don't forget to visit us on Facebook and the Instagram account. You know, the Instagram account at Insane Throttle Biker News. You can see me, China, just doing regular life stuff, man. So I'll talk to you guys then.